Hello, this is Kenyu. I am cultivating and studying dozens of fruit tree varieties, including avocados, mangoes, and bananas in Okinawa, Japan. I also share scientifically accurate information about the detailed physiological characteristics of fruit trees. In addition to producing fruit and seedlings, I provide easy to understand explanations of techniques such as pruning and grafting. This channel delivers valuable information about fruit tree cultivation from Japan to English-speaking audiences. Today, I will introduce grafting, one method of propagating fruit trees. By grafting correctly, anyone can easily increase the number of fruit trees. What is grafting? First, let's explain what grafting is and why it is done. Grafting is a technique where parts of different plants are joined together to grow as one. Typically, grafting involves a rootstock, the part with the roots, and a scion, the part that grows. This method is highly effective for growing plants with strong root systems while maintaining the characteristics of specific varieties. So, why do we graft? There are four main advantages to grafting. 1. Accelerates the fruiting period. 2. Creates dwarf trees. 3. Allows propagation of specific varieties. 4. Produces stronger trees. Let's explore these benefits in detail. Accelerates the fruiting period. Generally, seedlings grown from seeds take many years to flower. Many fruits do not bear fruit until they flower, meaning there is a period of several years after planting during which no fruit is harvested. Young trees use their energy for growing the tree and branches rather than forming flower buds. By grafting branches from trees that already form flower buds, the fruiting period can be accelerated. Creates dwarf trees. Dwarfing refers to the characteristic of trees not growing large and staying small. Lower trees are easier to cultivate and manage, so many fruit growers prefer to keep their trees short. Grafted trees typically have compact growth as new shoots do not grow vigorously, but instead form flower buds. Using dwarfing rootstocks can also allow tall varieties to be grown smaller. Allows propagation of specific varieties. For fruit growers, being able to propagate specific varieties is highly advantageous. Grafting makes it possible to increase rare or high-value varieties, those with superior characteristics and those difficult to germinate. The genetic characteristics of the scion remain unchanged. Produces stronger trees. While the genetic characteristics of the scion do not change, the rootstock influences the overall strength of the tree. For example, you can create trees with greater cold tolerance, drought resistance, and disease resistance. Selecting rootstocks with these traits is essential. Other advantages. Additionally, grafting can create interesting trees like cocktail trees, where multiple varieties grow on a single tree. Since many fruit trees have higher fruit set rates with cross-pollination, cocktail trees can be beneficial. Understanding tree branches. To succeed in grafting, it's important to understand the structure of tree branches. When you cut a tree branch in half, it is composed of the following tissues: pith, the soft spongy cells in the center, vascular bundles, surrounding the pith consisting of phloem, cambium, and xylem, bark. The outer layer with inner bark, phloem, cortex, and epidermis. The critical area for grafting is the vascular bundles, particularly the cambium layer arranged in a ring inside the branch is responsible for cell division. When damaged, the cambium forms a healing tissue called callus, essential for successful grafting. Within the vascular bundles, the xylem transports water and nutrients, and the phloem transports organic substances from photosynthesis. The key to successful grafting is aligning the cambium layers of the rootstock and scion. Mechanics of grafting. Grafting involves more than just joining the scion and rootstock. The key is to ensure the cambium layers of both branches connect properly. 1. Preparing the rootstock and scion. Use a grafting knife to prepare the rootstock and scion. There are various grafting methods, but the fundamental principle is to align the cambium layers. 2. Connecting the cambium layers. The cut surfaces of the grafted parts form a necrotic layer, but callus begins to form, breaking through this layer and connecting the cambium layers. 3. Callus formation and vascular development. After about 2 weeks, callus forms and develops into a connecting cambium layer, followed by the formation of phloem and xylem. 4. Union formation. Over several months, the rootstock and scion gradually become one, completing the grafting process known as union formation. How to graft. Now let's go through the grafting process step by step. You will need a sharp knife or cutter, grafting tape, grafting wax if necessary, and the rootstock and scion. 1. Selecting rootstock and scion. Choose healthy rootstock and scion. The rootstock should be vigorous and disease resistant. The scion should be the desired variety, such as one with delicious fruit or high yield. 2. Cutting. Cut the rootstock and scion at appropriate lengths and angles. Generally create a V shape for easy alignment. I shape the scion into a V with one side cut at 45 degrees and the other parallel. Make a vertical cut in the rootstock to insert the scion. Three. Joining. Carefully align the cut surfaces of the rootstock and scion. Adjust to ensure a tight fit. 4. Securing. Secure the joint with grafting tape. In Japan, thin grafting tapes are available that allow new shoots to break through once the grafting is successful. Wrap the tape tightly. 5. Protecting. Cover the graft with a bag to protect it from direct sunlight, drying out pathogens, and heavy rain. Also, make a nameplate indicating the grafting date and the variety grafted. Increasing success rates. Next, let's discuss how to increase the success rate of grafting. Grafting requires careful attention. 1. Humidity and temperature management. Appropriate humidity and temperature are crucial for successful grafting. Low humidity can cause drying, while high humidity can lead to mold. The optimal temperature is generally 20 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the best grafting seasons are spring and autumn, when plants are actively growing. However, the optimal time may vary by species, so experimentation is recommended. 2. Using clean tools. Always keep grafting knives and cutters clean. Sterilizing them prevents disease transmission. Additionally, ensure the knife is sharp. Cleanly cut surfaces on the scion and rootstock promote successful union. 3. Younger branches. Often have higher success rates. Branches from the first year generally have higher success rates compared to older branches, which may be less likely to unite and sprout. However, be cautious with branches that are too young and soft, as they might wither. Challenges of grafting. Grafting presents several challenges. Here are the main factors. 1. Some species form callus poorly. One major reason for low grafting success rates in some fruit trees is inadequate callus formation. callus develops from the cambium, phloem, and soft tissues of the cortex, filling the space between the scion and rootstock. Successful grafting relies heavily on abundant callus formation. For instance, avocados, mangoes, and pears form callus easily and have high grafting success rates, while chestnuts may struggle due to poor callus formation. Optimal callus formation typically occurs at 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, while it is poor below 10 degrees Celsius. 2. Genetic compatibility and combinations of rootstock and scion. Genetic compatibility also impacts grafting success. Closer related species have higher compatibility, while distantly related species have lower compatibility. Even among closely related species, differences in tissue structure matter. For example, the proportion of cambium, size of phloem and xylem, and number of vessels all influence grafting success. Like bolts and nuts, mismatched parts won't fit. Xylem and phloem are conduits for water, nutrients, and photosynthesis products. Differences in vessel diameter can cause nutrient flow issues, leading to swelling and the formation of knobs. Uneven thickening or thinning of the graft site can indicate incompatibility, but does not always mean genetic incompatibility. Localized distortions can destabilize the tree, leading to breakage, similar to a collapsing Jenga tower. For example, avocados from different races, Mexican, Guatemalan, and West Indian, absorb nutrients differently, affecting grafting compatibility. Disease resistance also matters. Using a rootstock susceptible to viruses can cause the scion to wither. Conclusion: grafting is an effective way to easily increase the number of fruit trees. Follow the steps and tips provided today to try grafting at home. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.